Well, hello, Dirtfish friends. This is it, the start of the season. We're just before the start of the opening stage, stage one. Don't forget, we're down, well, we're kind of towards Monte Carlo. We've moved away from Gap for the start. We're heading back to Gap this evening, which means heading across the mountains. 3 stages where we understand there is an awful lot of snow, particularly in the second stage. This stage is a little bit slushy. That is why we're going to see some different tyre choices out there this evening. What has Seb gone with? Well, take a look at this. He's gone with studs on the front. He's gone with super softs on the rear. That looks like super softs on the rear. So that'll be, I suspect, a crossover. Let's take a look at that. Let's have a look around. It is indeed. It's across the axis, so it's studs and super softs for Seb. He is one of the only 3 drivers that have gone with the super softs. All of the other crews have gone with 4 studs and 2 snow tyres. That's interesting, isn't it? It's not a gamble. It's never a gamble for Seb. It's a well-educated decision. Let's see if we can grab a quick word with the champ. Very sorry. Thank you, champ. Sorry to trouble you just before the start of the opening stage. But talk us through the tyre decision. Was it a difficult one for this loop?
Yeah, well, it's never easy. For sure, we have to go for a compromise. We knew we needed 4 studs for the second stage, so that's why everybody have 4 studs at least. And for the rest, yeah, it was between these 2 super soft and the 2 snow. Let's see if there is not too much water. The hope is to get a bit of an advantage from the super soft, but let's see if it's difficult. Then for sure the snow will be a bit easier to manage.
You know, it's always a well-measured decision that you take on tyres. But when you see the other crews going out with a different choice to your choice, does that ever make you doubt what you've gone on?
We knew that was the 2 options. So, yeah, we went for that one. And we'll find out if it was a good choice or not.
It's proper Monte, isn't it?
Yeah, thank you.
Best of luck. There we go. Seb Ogier with as he said, that slight dilemma. You've got the choice, the super softs or the snow tyres. David, this is what we love to see, don't we? We love to see a little bit of weather, a little bit of uncertainty, and a bit of variation.
It is a bit of a gamble, this, though, Carl. It's not.
Don't ever say that in front of him.
It's not. It's absolutely not, because we know that this, essentially, the start of this one, it's a little bit higher than the start of the second one. The second one goes way higher, up over 1,400 metres. This one, we think, starts around 980, and it's a much more gentle climb to around 1,200, then to the descent. But yeah, it's the second one that's going to be the key, and he's got the studs in the boot. So
absolutely, he's got the tyres for the second one. It's whether or not that slushiness works.
But we saw yesterday, didn't we? Hyundai took the stud in the shakedown stage, shipped a whole load of time in just 2 kilometres.
Absolutely.
So this could be inspired. It's just, it always gets me, Cole, that on left-handers he's going to get good turn in. Good grip, you know, from the super soft here, and then on right-handers, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, no, it's how do they do it? And it's when it first appeared, and it was Sebastian Loeb who tried the crossover initially, and we thought, goodness me, how can you manage that? How does the car handle?
I went and said it was Rally Germany. I said to Malcolm Wilson, he's done this, and Malcolm, no, you've got that wrong. Yep.
Yeah, we'll check behind. Yeah, there we go. So listen, it's the first time we've seen this new livery, Red Bull, on the Toyota for the first time. Doesn't it look magnificent? I love a good Red Bull livery. Well, we're heading down the road to find more cars. Seb Ogier, the best driver in the world. Until the end of the Monte Carlo Rally, you can come and join us at Club Dirtfish for £1, €1, $1, wherever you are in the world. It is the best offer you will find anywhere this weekend. Join us before the end of the Monte Carlo Rally. Come and join us. Come and speak to us. Come and have fun. Come and learn at Club Dirtfish for £1, €1, $1. We've come up the roads just a few hundred metres, and we've come across Tiernouville and Martin Wiedegeest, 2 times winner of this event. A slightly different tyre choice from Seb Ogier. A little bit of a different tyre choice. Did that surprise you, Thierry, that he's gone with the super soft?
Well, I knew he was going with super soft, so he was leading first, but we thought like it was maybe raining a bit more, but also for stage 3 it will be very dirty, so let's see.
It's going to be fun out there. Best of luck. Whoa, there we go. That car there nearly caught me. I do like the look of this car. I do. In fact, I more than like it. I really love the new livery, and I love the new overalls that the drivers and co-drivers are wearing. Martin Vidaga, our favourite co-driver. Best of luck, Martin. He's not seen me, Good luck. Bon chance, mon ami. Bon chance. There we are. Let's head back down the road and see who else we can find. Adrian Formaux. It is going to be a proper Monte, folks, by the way. Plenty of snow out there this evening, and we're expecting even more tomorrow. Adrian Formaux, the start of a huge season, and it's a huge evening to start it off with the weather coming.
Yes, I think you resume it quite well. For now it's just rain, but the next one might be snow. The next one can be ice. So very tricky one to start the season. That's why Monte Carlo is so beautiful, I would say.
It really is, but you know, in terms of how do you approach it? You know, where is the head? Because you want to push on, you want to make the most of it, but there's so much out there to catch you out.
Yeah, but I just want to be on my pace.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be 4 long days. So that's my plan.
Oh, best of luck. Yeah, that's absolutely sensible. That's, if you like, an indication of the more mature Adrian Formaux, and we saw that coming in the second half of last year. He had 1 or 2 issues at the start of the year, and then he had a bit of a reset, didn't he? And he came back with a really strong mental approach, and it paid dividends in the second half of last year. And let's see what progress Formaux can make this year. Hayden Paddon. Goodness me, how good is that to see? Let's just have a quick word with Josh Macarin. Owen Tracy, it's probably snowing where he is. It's up there. Let's have a little words. Sorry, Josh, I'm very sorry. Were you watching the coverage?
It's not started yet, so.
Hasn't it started? What do we know about this stage then? We've seen a lot of snow in the second stage. What do we know about this one?
I think it's very wet. It was a balance between knowing whether to go across the slick and the stud, because obviously we need the studs for the next one. So there's a mixture of winter and studs and slicks, so it's hard to know.
Did you get conditions like this in your test, or is it going to be something new for you?
Yeah, the wet is something new, especially with these type of tires, so we'll see. That'll be good.
It's going to be a long rally, isn't it?
Long way to Sunday.
Entertaining. Well done. Good luck, boys. There we go. The first of our Irish crews this weekend. Great to see John Armstrong as well. Hopefully we'll catch up with him. Yeah, the light pod's already on. Look at those laser light pods. They really are a very clever bit of kit. And you can see that they're actually, what's the word? They move up and down. As the car brakes, they move to keep the level, if you like. Well, there we go. This is the young man that an awful lot of people are getting mighty excited about this season. Young Oliver Solberg. Wow. Well, just have a quick look. Look at these wonderful gloves that match the helmet. I absolutely love them. A very quick word, Oliver. I know it's difficult to hear us, but what a challenging way to start the year. 3 difficult stages.
Yeah, it will be very tricky. First time now. It's not easy. I would like it to be dry, of course, but it's going to be a big challenge, but good fun.
These conditions, did you get them during your test, or will this be your first time in these conditions?
First time in these conditions, so let's see.
Good luck. There we are. Yeah, a lot of drivers are going to be facing these conditions on this permutation of tyres for the first time, I suspect. Really tough out there. It is all about, as Adrian Formaux said, it's a long, long weekend. It's all about getting through this evening and not making any mistakes out there. Hayden Paddon, goodness me. What a tricky way to find yourself, on the first stage heading back into the World Rally Championship. It's going to be a challenging evening.
Very. 3 very different stages, I think. This is obviously very wet, but you can see with the road surface, and we can tell with already warming up the tyres, there's 0 grip on this road. So slippy wet stage here, then the next one's snow and ice, and then the last one's got a chance of freezing. So,
yeah, what conditions did you have in your test?
I haven't driven the car on wet. We had a perfectly dry, high grip road test.
How are the nerves, Hayden? You said yesterday the nerves, which I was amazed at because, you've been around. Well, I would say go and have a wee whiskey, but that's obviously not the answer.
I don't normally drink whiskey, but that might help.
Hayden, best of luck. Gregoire Munster heading up in towards the stage. So Paddon and Kennard, great to see them. Listen, they haven't been away, have they? They've been winning European championships. They've been winning New Zealand championships. They've been busy as busy can be. So good. So good to see someone from that part of the world, from the Antipodean racing community, back at the very top level in the World Rally Championship. He's still a young man. I think he's only 38. Are you 38, Hayden Paddon? That's still young, right? He is. He looks good. He looks good for 38. He really does. Brap, 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 brap. I love the livery. I've already said that. I absolutely love it. I love the fact. Where does it come from, David? Do you know a bit more about the livery?
I don't know. It's a French comic or something. I don't know exactly what, but I'm just hoping they will obviously evolve for every event.
Well, that would be good, wouldn't it? That would be good. Now, here we go. Paddon, Kennards, heading into the stage. Well, there's a name that is synonymous with the Monte Carlo Rally. Elliot Delacour. Let's have a look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. Oh, look at that. That's a lovely sweet face. His dad would scare you with the eyes. Scary eyes. Well, we've come back down the mountain a little bit, but still plenty of rally cars making their way into the opening stage of the Monte Carlo Rally. David, it was great to see Hayden Paddon there, wasn't it? Something that I don't think any of us really expected to see again.
No. If you told us just before, I can't remember when the news came out, but just before Saudi or something, you're going to be talking to Hyundai factory driver Hayden Paddon at the start of Monte Carlo, you'd have said, what? What are you on? It didn't make sense. It still a little bit doesn't make sense, dare we say it. Doesn't even make sense to Hayden. You know, you asked him there, how's the nerves? He is absolutely tremendously nervous. Wasn't quite sure how to phrase that. There's a lot going on in that car right now.
It really is.
You know, we've said this time and time and time again. It's the same for Hayden starting all over again.
Yeah.
You want to come somewhere, learn the car, take some confidence from consistent conditions and just build yourself into the car. Not a hope. He got into that car, went into the start of the stage, and we could see, you know, as soon as he gave it some gas, the thing was way this way, that way. Honestly, he just needs to get through tonight.
It really does. It was great to catch up with Hayden. Apologies that we didn't catch up with all our drivers. A little tricky on the way up to the start of this opening stage. But David, we're doing things a little differently in terms of our YouTube output this weekend. Tell us a bit about that.
Just in terms of all of our output, really, we're shaking things up. We're looking forward to a new year. We're looking forward. We've got a new promoter coming. We've got lots and lots coming. So stay tuned. Of course, we want to stay tuned to Club Dirtfish. Join for £1. Join for $1. Join for €1. Give us one. One of anything, pretty much. Yeah, all of the details up there. And what a great time to join us. You've got this offer stays until end of Monte Carlo, but so much. Do you want to read about Marcus Gronon winning here in 2006? Exclusively, you can read Marcus's column in Club Dirtfish. There's so much going on in there. It's fantastic. But yeah, Cole, there is nothing like this feeling.
Yeah.
Going into SS1, Monte Carlo, the weather's doing its thing. You know, time after time, we've said, Monty, do the weather thing. This morning when we left and we had to come down the mountain in our rental car that had not ideal tires, we weren't so keen on the snow, but now we can't get enough of it.
It did its thing overnight, the snow. And do you know what? It is the perfect Monte weather conditions. We haven't got blanket snow across these opening three stages. Yeah, the second stage is pretty much blanket snow. This one's a bit slushy. We're hearing the third stage might be a little bit snowy, a little bit icy. We see a variation in tyre choices.
Yeah.
That is what we want to see all weekend, David. That is what makes a classic Monte.
Hey, exactly that, and that's what's going to bring the differences. We will see time gaps. You know, inevitably when you've got one car that's got 50% of a super soft slick, the others have got 4 studs, you will see big differences. So yeah, it's going to be great. And what you can't fall into the trap of doing, of seeing somebody go through stage 1, oh my goodness, they've lost 25 seconds. That's the end, they're over. Oh, hang on a sec, they've made 30 seconds up in the second.
That happens.
And
don't forget the wonderful Loeb Ogier battle way back in 2013 or 14, whenever it was. You know, Loeb took 15, 20 seconds in the opening stage. Ogier took it all back in the second stage. That is what.
Do you remember that was it? And that was that super icy stage.
Super icy.
And Loeb was way back, wasn't he, in the running order?
Because he'd missed.
And nobody was telling him his time. Yeah. And he looked and he said the time. And I wrote the time down on my notepad and showed it him, and he was like,
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's footage of that, and you can hear me in the background getting really excited.
It was incredible.
By Ogier's time. It was incredible. I think that is what we'll expect to see this weekend. But you have to say, when conditions are variable and challenging, you can't look any further than Sebastian Ogier for this event. He's the man that has seen all of this.
100%. I mean, it is dangerous to say that, Cole, because these are the best rally drivers in the whole Alba. How do we know that Hyundai hasn't done a bit of sandbagging? They took a different approach to shakedown. There might be a sensational time out of Adrian Formaux.
Possible.
And like you said as well, we need that if you get that weather window. Again, we're down here. The start is around 900 meters, so probably 200 or 300 meters above us. It might just have started to snow. It might have been raining earlier, so anything can happen.
Yeah, absolutely anything can happen. But if I was having a bet, and I'm not going to have a bet, it would be on very much Sebastian Ogier. There are other drivers very much in the mix in the Toyota camp. The Toyota we know will be strong. Elvin Evans we know can go really well here. Oliver Solberg is perhaps the slight unknown. You keep championing Takamoto Katsuta. I mean, who knows what he can do? We know he's capable of anything. So I think the Toyotas will be strong this weekend. They certainly won't be struggling in these conditions. But Hyundai is the big question, David. How much have they done? Can we expect to see a challenge? Neuville has won it twice. Formaux looked good here in the past. Can we expect a challenge?
Yes, of course we can, because the very nature of just being here, if you take that opportunity, you roll the dice, you're in the game, aren't you? So in terms of pure performance, again, we can't judge too much here. We get to Sweden, we can judge a bit more because that's a pure power. It's a big power event. Then, of course, we're off to Safari. You can't judge too much there. So it's going to take a while to see exactly where that Hyundai is.
Formaux to me looks like the challenger. He looks relaxed. He looks up for it. He looks confident. He looks in control. He really does. And I love the new look, Adrian Formaux. Doesn't get excited. We had a little chat to him there. You heard what he said. Wasn't that lovely, the Alpine? And the Lancia as well there. He doesn't get too carried away. In the past he did. In M Sport, David, it's a tough weekend for them for sure. Munster's not exactly full of confidence. He's got more experience than anyone in that Puma. We've got McElwain, who is progressing nicely, and then we've got John Armstrong making his debut. A tough one for them, but let's see how they go.
It's a funny one, isn't it? Because if you were in that position, you'd look as a manufacturer to think, right, where's there an opportunity to take a gamble on tyre? There's not that clear of an opportunity. It's not like if you took 4 super softs here, you could make a whole bunch of time and at least, make a headline in stage 1 of leading the Monte. I don't think we're going to see that. Certainly not today, not tomorrow, not Saturday morning. When we get down to the Alpes-Maritimes, it may be slightly different, or towards the Alpes-Maritimes. But equally, don't forget, Cole, this first stage is repeated on Saturday anyway. So
they come back down on the way down to Monte.
It's a huge amount of snow.
Interesting. I don't think there'll be too many gambles at M Sport. I think it'll be the long-term strategy. They'll be looking for a result based on attrition. And if they can get a car inside the top 5, the top 6, it would be a remarkable result.
But the point there was, if you're in that position, but the drivers, they need to take confidence. It's only Munster. Maybe Munster, he doesn't have the full season ahead of him.
No.
And he's already said, hasn't he, trophy or trees?
Trophy or trees for Munster. So there we go. Let's hope there aren't too many trees out there this weekend. But listen, it is going to be a fabulous weekend, folks. Don't forget, David mentioned it at the top. Come and join us at Club Dirtfish for £1, €1, $1, wherever you are in the world. Come and join us at Club Dirtfish. Become part of our community. And we'd love to see you there. There are so many new Club Dirtfish members. It's great to see you all, by the way, enjoying that content that David talked about. The Monte Carlo Rally, as you can tell, it's gone quiet for a second or two, but it's very much underway. We can't wait to get up into the snow. Maybe have a wee snowball fight. Maybe make a wee snowman. We're heading to the snow, folks. We'll see you all later.